Hey guys, what's up? It's Fan. We just saw this replay yesterday with me playing Fagor, but we're going to watch it from Riyoshima's perspective. I think that, even though you saw my perspective, just seeing the Survivor perspective will feel like a whole completely different new game. So this is an interesting spot just because, it's a 3 tile checkpoint. It's like very hard to check these because like every game they're different. So it's not like, oh, I'm gonna check here, here, and here every game. Like these can be a little bit unique sometimes. So the nice thing about this map is the vision towers for Sgt Hammer allow for his tanks to be somewhere safe, and he'll have like an SCV on hold position here for vision. Here he salvaged his first 2 barracks. He made a tech lab first, and then he salvaged the first 2 barracks, made a tech lab or factory here for the fastest factory tech lab you could have. And then he uses this hammer barracks as like the new wall. Pretty interesting shot actually. And then now that he's getting his barracks for tank vision, tank movement speed, I wonder how this compares to mine. Like we could actually like compare the videos side by side, because the only difference between our shots right now is that and that. Is I don't salvage both barracks, I only salvage one. And then I get the upgrades immediately. Oh, so his is definitely gonna be faster, I think, because I don't know. Because I get the tank movement speed faster, obviously. No, wait. It should be like exactly... It should be a fair comparison. We'll see if it's worth... Which one's better, which one's worse. And then, yeah. Oh, interesting. He makes the factories beforehand. I don't feel like the factories take that long to make. They only take like 4 seconds. You can see here. 5 seconds, yeah. I mean, that is 5 seconds of no eco, but... Bit interesting. One thing I think that's important is when you're doing like this 2-hero strategy is to always have like, it makes sense which one's 1 and which one's 2. For example, like I'll have the one in top left be 1 and the second one be 2, because like if you think about like an essay or like when you're writing something, like we go left to right, so like it makes sense that 1 would be before 2. But like it's kind of difficult when like who knows which one's 1. That one's 1 and this one's 2. Oh, you kind of had that in a yellow spot. I guess it's not that yellow, but pretty quick. I think I got my like plus 50 miles per second or something like that. These tanks are super safe because you can compare 400 HP, 3.3 movement speed, 500 HP, 3.6 movement speed. The difference doesn't seem like that much, but when you're comparing it to a lane which has 3.5 movement speed, you're now going 0.1 faster instead of 0.2 slower. And compared to Kerrigan, you're way faster. We're on normal. RIP. So yeah, I talked about this earlier. He has like an SCV on hold position there. This arc-like tank probably would have died if it wasn't upgraded. Similar to my game of Sgt Hammer that I released recently, he has a lot of gas, so he doesn't need to make any outposts or anything like that. I'm really curious. Like, I kind of want to have these videos up side to side. See who has more which time. Unfortunately, I'm kind of going times 2 on this one, so the times are going to keep going off, but it would be interesting to see like who was more eco at 5, who was at 10, etc., etc. It's not exactly fair though, because I don't think his eco's been found. I don't really remember my game very well. He stays on tanks for pretty long. For some people who always are attacking your eco with lanes, just defend your eco can usually generate the money you need. He gets a salvage off there. He stayed here long. Did he blink? I might have been worth it, yeah. Because I don't think we see the pain, right? No, we don't see the pain. Or I mean the building. Nice. So he has enough for... So one thing that Rio likes to do is like... like he'll naturally have to salvage, for example, and then he'll remake it into starports instead of what you did at the beginning where like some people like preemptively have the just salvage just so they can get the next building without being found. So he was here for a while, but we don't have a ping. I mean, we don't have like the buildings on the map, so. Oh, I forgot to be doing this, which would be really useful for that money thing. I mean, at least we can see the minerals per second right in the top right. So if you're comparing the videos side by side, you just have to do minerals per second. But yeah, Rio just has way more money than everyone else, way more gas than everyone else. And if you saw yesterday's video, you can kind of know where he goes from there. Factories are great. Hellions are amazing. I kind of want to see the Widow Mines videos or someone, or whatever the mines are called. Because they actually do really good, but like, they're usually just ignored by units. And they can die to hydras. So you need for them to somehow die. I don't know. Maybe you can like focus fire them. Maybe that would work. I don't know. But the explosion does a lot of damage. And they're only 25 minerals. So yeah. We can slow down for the so he has to defend two sides here, which makes it a lot harder. But it's mostly him, Stukov, and... It's mostly him, a little bit of Stukov, a bit of G-Cloud playing Delta Squad. Interesting that... Yeah, so he ended the space at plus 135 minerals per second. Did he ever get the upgrades for the Hellion? I don't know what the upgrade is. Oh, it's just... Is that the only thing it does? Blazing Afterburners? I have actually like never checked what the upgrade does. I always just get it. But yeah, like... He probably would have held this if it was only the Hunter or only the Defender. And in most pubs, that's usually the case. Where the Defender doesn't help out. Even though that's like... I would say that's probably the third highest priority of a defender. First being like ecoing, or just like having eco in general. Second would be upgrades. And third would be helping hunter break bases. And then fourth would probably be like creeping and all that stuff. And what else is similar to that? Like patrolling and killing outposts and stuff like that. But if you're not doing the first three things, I'd recommend just focusing on that. So yeah, if that was only the hunter pushing, he would have been able to hold. Not that like it's Viren's fault. I'm just saying like that's just how the game works. So yeah, he's pretty much out of this game. We saw this kind of fast yesterday. I mean, there's not really much you can do from this point. Everything's just dying. There's no buildings. The Scion eco a little bit. Blah, blah, blah. Did Rio all in on that base? I think he might have. I'm curious. We kind of saw the end of this replay. But I'm going to look when he salvaged, because he might salvage early just all in on the units for more damage, which is actually pretty smart. Since there was a while where we were just all in, like either we're losing here or winning here. Because if survivors had time to eco, that wasn't looking good for us. Yeah. Okay, so anyways, the game's over. Let's go back to the base. Oh my god, I hope it doesn't go all the way back there. So if you get a unit comp, it's pure Hellion, which is pretty much what you're supposed to do. Maybe a few Hellbats would have been good, just for the mass lane. A few Gunniers would have been amazing as well. Oh, I just call him Gunnier, but I guess it's Gugnier? I don't know. So does he salvage? Because he had no money after this. Okay, he salvages here. Oh, he's making a few Hellbats, I think. No, okay, I think he should have made Hellbats there. Like, especially like this point in time, like Hellbats are pretty good. So he's just finishing out making Hellions here. But the base had already broken, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, hopefully this inspires you guys to pick up Fagor. I think when you look at the different defenders, like Fagor and Yadra are really good at helping the hunter break the base. Fagor is really more offensive than Yadra, because Fagor can have these buffed Hydras go out, kill outposts and stuff. Very OP for killing outposts. Whereas Niadra, she can go off creep and then she can recall back, which is something that Figure can't do. Oh wait, this is not even my favorite video. This is my watching Rio Sgt Hammer video. Anyways, I'll continue with my thing. Glovig is really good at creeping because the infestors, you can get them level 1 as long as you don't have a Dahaka partner. Because theoretically, Dahaka can get trapped with hook buildings if you don't have scan, and he didn't get scan either. So you get the infestors for more creep spread. And like, for example, you can like creep up here without vision, just have the infestor eventually go there. Like, I'll have like my infestors on QI 2, and then they'll just press C up here. And then it's also really good at anti-army. Cigar is really good if you want like the easiest way to kill mass like harassment, I guess. Like, you know, they're gonna be harassing creep. But I recommend playing against, I'd recommend learning other defenders if you can. And then Isha is really good for like blimps and stuff, and like just general map pressure with the blimps we don't see stuff and blah blah. Anyways, see you guys in the next video. Peace.